Alright, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic also Non-Classic. That's episode number 3152, double shot number 3046. I have two trades featuring basically two book featuring characters who are fighters. First of which we have is Power Rangers, Volume 6 by Ryan Parrott. This collects issues 21 and 22 of the Power Rangers comic book, along with the one-shot Power Rangers Unlimited, The Death Ranger. Yep, this series focuses on the Omega Rangers. Yes, we have Ryan Parrott on the writing here with Mark Arena on the artwork. So in these last two issues, because by the way the book ends after this, because they do issue 100, so they have it where Zach, Trini, and Jason are basically at the planet of Haven with some aliens, and they're here working with Andros and mentioning about the Ash Mega Ship. And basically they're here and they're looking around, there's some fighting, and of course you have some training. And a lot of it's basically Andros trying to revive Zane. We come across basically look like Andros opening up the thing to contain Zane. Pretty much basically, I believe if I remember correctly, I believe this was the same chamber they had him in when he was featured in space. So they have it where, and of course you have Zack and Trini using their own Zords as the Mega Rangers, fighting off against these other stuff. And then of course where Andros gives Zane the gold Omega Morpher, and according to the other Mega Rangers, that doesn't exist. Apparently this is like a Death Ranger and basically partially turned Zane into a zombie. And of course, I love the fact we actually these three on the bridge, the Mega Ship, which great on the artist for recreating the Mega Ship. This stuff takes place prior to Mega in space. So, gonna turn to of course the whole thing will go back to KL35, looking for people who have possibly dead, and then of course Jason gets stabbed by Death Ranger, but before he's not dead. So then of course Death Ranger takes off the. So then, of course, the gold Omega Ranger takes out the Morpher and gives it to Jason. He becomes basically a Death Ranger. And yeah, Omega Ranger forever. And of course, basically, they contact basically the command center on Earth. And of course, yeah, they need to use your help. And then this leads into Death Ranger, the one-shot, which basically deals with, well, basically pick up right where the last issue left off. This kind of continues here. I think it kind of serves as a backstory of the Death Ranger, but it's a really good book overall. Yeah, potential for this one. I'll get this book roughly a 9 out of 10. Still got a few more, at least about, I think about 2 more trades left to go for 2 or 3 trades to go for Power Rangers.
Penelope or Oliver? Bath. Who's next?
I don't know.
One of you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If you holler, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I took a bath yesterday.
Your mommy says you need a bath tonight. And I have you clean jammies and everything. Because we are all very dirty. Look how dirty Grandma is. Look. Yuck. So when you guys are all done, then it's my turn. So you gonna be next?
I think Grandma should be next.
Nope, I've got to do you guys first.
Because you guys are the younger
Why
ones.
don't you come with me next? Come
I'll
on.
do it for you.
Your brother's in the tub. You can hurry up and finish up.
Let's see. One. Actually, it's like a few more trades. I've only reviewed this. Is only the 3rd trade I reviewed for Power Rangers. All right, so next we have is Battleworld, Master of Kung Fu. This is, I believe, the 2nd volume Master Kung Fu. It's only 4 issues plus 5 run number 2. Written by Hayden Blackman of the Electra book and also the originator of the Batwoman ongoing, with Doubleshot on the artwork. The cover is by Francisco Verchivia. Basically, in this book for the Battleworld stuff, it's like this book is a mixture of Master Kung Fu and Iron Fist, where Shang-Chi is a champion of Kunlun. Interesting.
Go back, go back.
I love the artwork here. It's so awesome. Yeah. So the whole thing is like Shang-Chi basically has got a beard, and apparently no one remembers who he is until they mention, oh yeah, former sparring partner. He beats him up, and then eventually he's able to persuade him the fact he is him. And also his son is, his father is not Fu Manchu here, it's actually somebody else. And talk about 10 rings here, which is something that's Hall of the Red Hand. That's interesting. So they throw in the 10 rings from Iron Man and throw in the Red Hand from Wolverine. So the whole thing is him basically trying to battle to take out his father and become emperor. And we also say apparently this zone's version of Bullseye. Those who forgot about Secret Wars. This is not the original Secret Wars from the 80s. This one from 2015, where this planet has got multiple different, basically pieces of multiple different realities on this one planet called Battleworld. It's never explained if this is the original Battleworld from the original series or just they explain this as a new one. And unlike that one was basically from one universe, it's from multiple universes, including like 616 and like the Ultimate Universe. And because this basically Miles got moved over to 616. This book is basically just an inauguration of like two different things here. Danny Rand is like a minor character in this book. He's not exactly like the main character. It's all about, they still have his father being Zen Zhu, which basically was his father in the original comic before he died. Again, he died twice. So a lot is basically like Danny Rand is sort of against him at first, and eventually he's able to persuade him and train really hard. And we see apparently this world's version of the Black Panther. We also see apparently Moon Knight. Goes around his clans, and of course at the lower caste where Shang-Chi is from. He shaves his beard, and he proceeds to do the trial to take out his father. And he has to go to these various hits. The Mitchells will Razorback too. Yep. And they show up all these various trials. He fights off against the Iron Fist, Danny Rand, which they show he really is Iron Fist in this battle world. And so basically, like, after many trials and tribulations, he eventually does succeed to get to his father. Has a really good fight with him and wins and becomes new emperor. And then they go into the 5 Rona issue, which, by the way, this is from Peter Mulligan, with also by the same artist too, which that's probably the reason for who is in here. This mostly put is basically an alternate version of some Marvel characters where they're living in as samurai in feudal Japan. And I guess this issue was focused on Shang-Chi, of course. But this book is really good. Give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. Okay, so that is pretty much a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up is Fire Force, and I do have 2 more comic corners left. Yep, 2 more. Until next video. Bye.